We struck hematite right away. That's interesting. Yeah. It's our little waterfall. Are we getting, like, mist and stuff like that? Because I think that can give good feeling along the way. I'm not sure. We got the snapping turtles over here. I'm really worried my dwarves are going to be just freaked out all the time. Alright, where's Dwarf Therapist? Let's connect up over here and actually rename the dwarves Hagen. At least from here, I can copy and paste, which saves a lot of time. Set nickname, bam. It's possible the careers are not going to be the same as what they were the first time around, depending on the order of the dwarves in this list compared to what we have, so I apologize for that. But it'll still be the same 7 people that we talked about in the setup. Boom. And boom. And we could look at, you know, some of the description of the dwarves and various things like that. That's going to be okay. Now, I could manually set some jobs, and early on that's quite easy. That being said, I am a big fan of auto labor, which assigns things smartly. So, enable auto labor. There we go, set to 1, and I don't think I'm going to have to worry about tuning anything quite yet. We're going to go and move that over like that, get that started, get my chat back up so I know what you guys are saying. Beautiful graphics demand a lot from the PC. I mean, it's just all the pathfinding and all the processing of a pretty large amount of stuff. Okay, so at this point, we're still silt. Can you farm on silt? And then here we've got loamy sand. I know we can farm on that, and then that's still sand. What do we get here? Is this a clay layer? Clay loam. Okay, here we've got stone and hematite. I think I'm going to go down... I mean, we don't have to go super deep. Apparently, I did go quite deep. You know, we don't have to go infinitely deep. But let's go. You know what? As far down as I dug out here, that's where we're going to go and build our base. In the stone, it's going to be awesome because you can smooth it and everything like that. So we're gonna want to get down here. We've got a fair amount of idlers right now. I think one of the first priorities might be to, like, get a stockpile down here. You can farm on silt. Clay, silt, sand is farmable. Cheers. So... one thing is, it is more efficient in Dwarf Fortress to build everything on one level. Unfortunately, or sorry, no, to build everything like vertically, just because the movement costs actually end up being a lot less. But it doesn't look super cool. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to try to build a lot on one big giant level over here. At least, I think what we'll do is we'll end up doing one big level for all of our production and stockpiles and things like that. And then we'll have another level... maybe for, like, you know, the housing and the dining hall, because that sounds pretty good. Maybe in between the two, we'll have, like, a big, massive storage area. Now, of course, the deeper we go, the closer we'll be to the magma for future stuff. We could decide to, like, go crazy low for our very first go. Try to establish our fort as deeply as possible. Right from the start. Which might... be a good idea, because here's the thing, what do we need to do from the surface? Nothing. There's no trees on the surface for us. We will have to do farming, like, near to the surface so that we can get silt and stuff like that, but that's okay. Minus 40 or riot. Like, maybe we should just go as deeply as possible right from the start. Probably we'll hit our first cavern layer and then we'll all die from, like, some sort of monster. Deeply and greedily. Yeah, you're right. How silly of me for not, like, going to that right from the start. Struck orthoclase. And yeah, this was the hematite, right? Yeah, that's cool. Excellent. Lots of hematite close to the surface. So we're going to have our iron-bearing stone. What is this? Is this gold? Citrine clusters. Oh, it's gem. Orthoclase. What do we have over here? Rhyolite. I mean, I think that's just regular stone. I should have maybe shipped some extra pickaxes or something like that. So everyone's still idle, so I don't think there's any... oh my god, all of our livestock is going to die quickly. Because we don't have anything for them to graze. So what I'm going to do is we're going to get a workshop right away. We're going to get a butcher's shop. You up over here. And we're going to butcher our oxen or whatever right away. Get that out of stone, and we'll do a tanner as well, so we can tan the skins right away. Get you there. We'll get a refuse stockpile set up over here too, just a bit of a garbage dump, just to get our started. And we'll have to set the orders and tell the dwarves to gather refuse from outside. Otherwise, the the butcher shop will just get loaded with like bone and sinew and stuff, and nothing will ever happen because it'll always be overloaded. So we'll try to get that set up, and then yeah, we'll have to butcher the animals right away. I mean, the dogs and the cats will be okay, but yeah. The breach cavern and clear a space in the clay loam so plants will grow. Oh, that's right, because once we breach the cavern, then the spores of the plants and stuff will be released, which will be okay. So I'm gonna go. Looks like this level. This is still clay. I'm thinking what we're gonna do is we're gonna mine. We're gonna dig out this area for farming. Something like that, and then I'm gonna set up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Something kind of like that for a couple of farms, and we can just store the seeds in the hallway over here. Equipment mismatch. I don't know what you're mismatching. You're having problems getting your hunting gear. Cat explosion could happen. We do have a breeding set of cats, which can always be a mistake, but it's going to be okay. So maybe we don't have to worry about butchering our guys right away. I don't know. What do we have? Animals. We have a water buffalo and a mule. We also apparently we had a bunch of turkeys, which is good. We're going to be able to get an egg industry. We're going to have to set up some nest boxes and stuff like that. So if we go down, there we go. We're still digging a hole. We are some dwarves and we're digging some holes. Dig a hole. Cat explosion, best explosion. Yeah, cat bombs. Well, what happens is, you know, the animals will breed, and then you'll get so many of them that you'll start to suffer from like FPS death as your game slows down more and more and more. And the problem is that cats adopt dwarves, and then not the other way around. Cats adopt dwarves, and you can't stop them from adopting dwarves. So then you can't like just butcher the cats to like, you know, fix the population problem. No, it's not as much of a threat anymore the same way as before. Strock Price? I don't even know what that is. So yeah, we're digging very aggressively down. Oh, the snapping turtle and the river otter are fighting. I don't think you can do the cats. Oh, can you? Really? Oh, shit. Okay, that's awesome. What is this? Oh, price their gems of some kind. Zircon clusters. Okay. So we're getting plenty of gems that we can use to encrust our mugs. So, wow, we have dug incredibly deeply here and have not hit a cavern. I mean, we could just still set up our initial setup over here. There's like, at some point, we've got to start making some rooms for things. Maybe what I'll do is I'll set up a little area here that we can use for stockpiles. I just want to get things off the surface. Yeah, it could be that we're dodging the cavern, which is actually fine, because I would actually prefer to go down as deeply as dwarfly possible. There you go. Minus 65 now. Go down as dwarfly possible without hitting a cavern, just because caverns have some issues, and if we can dodge some of them and get to the magma layer easier, that's going to be better. We're still quite high from the minimum level. Like, at this point, we are, say right here, we're 40 levels below the surface, but we're at Z level 93 from the base of the game. Now, I mean, I don't know where the magma pool starts. We'll see. Yeah, so many idlers. I suppose I could set up, I could temporarily set up like a, whoa, hello, a carpenter's, no, that's Craft Dwarf. Carpenter's workshop over here, so that we can build the beds and have them ready at least. Who dat? Oh, I missed a couple of tips coming in. My bad. Mo Brockers, thank you very much. I haven't been watching a lot of video streams lately because I've been on a holiday and not that into the current rotation anyway. But I'm super excited for Total War and hope there's more coming soon. Yeah. I mean, I definitely, I will be doing a Let's Play of Total War 2, or Total War Warhammer 2. I might actually sneak in a little bit more of Warhammer 1 as well for some practice. We'll see how it goes. I'm very excited for it. Very pumped. Cycle of X, thank you as well. The elves heard you were joining the civilization, Quill, and they took preemptive action. Oh, to flatten things so I couldn't Petra up properly. Glad to see another run of Dwarf Fortress from you. Strike the Earth. Thank you very much, Cycle of X. Bongo Fluffernutter. Thank you as well. Saturday morning, Quill and coffee. A happy replacement for the long gone Saturday morning cartoons. That's right, this is better than Saturday morning cartoons. Absolutely true. Do you have any plans to revisit Caveman to Cosmos? No plans, but you never know what might happen. Mr. Frazzle Dazzle, thank you very much as well for the contribution to the Whiskey and Chocolate Fund. Hey, glad I'm able to catch one of your streams, all thanks to having a new job. Oh, okay, so this improved your schedule. Well, fantastic. Makes me very happy. You can stop by. It's always annoying. Like, I always miss a lot of the live Air United stuff because they tend to play at the same time as my streams. So it's always annoying when there's a scheduling conflict. If I wasn't the fact that I'm going to like a wedding next week, I'd probably go to PAX West as well for my first time. I still have not gone. DePete as well came in with a very big contribution to the Whiskey and Chocolate Fund. Thank you very much. Hey Quill, really enjoyed the Cologne meetup. Hey, it's my second time meeting you. I was also at the first Cologne meetup 4 years ago. Hope it wasn't the last. Feels good contributing to the fun. Well, thank you very much, DePete. It's funny, when I loaded up Facebook the other day, you know, Facebook does those like memories, like, oh, from 4 years ago, this thing, and it was the picture from the first meetup, and I was like, oh my god, I recognize these faces from the one I just did. So, thank you very much. Does anyone remember how we set up a farm? Farm plot. There it is. Build farm plot. Man, it's been a while. I kept opening the stockpile screen because I'm like, it's P or something. There we go. Set up a couple of them. And, oh yeah, they've got to be constructed. I'll also set up a food stockpile over here, but it's going to be for seeds. So I'm just going to change the settings on this. I'm going to block all and enable seeds. Boop. So we'll store the seeds right next to the farming plots. So that'll make fewer idlers, because now there's people who will be able to carry things and do that. How have we still not hit anything crazy? What is this? Tetrahedrite? Marble? Ooh, I like marble. Dig a hole. Dig a hole. Welcome to not having bags. Oh, right, because all the seeds are going to get stored in bags. I think we only have plump helmet seeds. So they'll probably all fit in there. And by default, all the farming should set up to plump helmets, so we'll do that. Let's tile over. I mean, I could just use the reveal thing to, like, see things, but it could also be that we just embarked on, like, a very high structure. So that's microcline, right? Yeah, it's cool, because you get to make everything, You get to make everything, blue. So, an expansive cavern deep underground. And a magma pool! Holy shit! I think we dodged some of the underground cave levels. This is perfect! This is perfect! Okay. Where's the level with the actual magma pool? This is open space. Open space. Magma. So, what we want to do... Okay, that, like... How do I turn off the goddamn mouse controls? It's weird. Everything is mismatched. I mean, on future loads... Where's the thing I'm looking for? Not that. Where's the lazy noob button? There it is. No, mouse controls are off. I thought. But it's like, it's got that weird X going on there. Anyway. Yeah, so you can use magma to power your forges so you can smelt down things and whatever without using coal or anything, which is good because we don't have it. So I'm going to set up a waypoint here, which is capital H. I'm going to set this to F5. Zoom to here so we can remember this. In terms of digging, And see, now we have access to, like, underground trees, all kinds of good stuff. And we can probably make a grazing area up top by the farming. I'm just trying to figure out... Yeah, see, we're not going to be able to actually dig here. Yeah, because it's just open. But we can build staircases there, which I guess I'll do so we keep going straight up and down. Of course, there could be all sorts of critters here. Maybe it would be better to build sideways. We got something. Is that just a spider? A creepy crawler. Okay, that's fine. So there could be all sorts of dangers over here. So, okay, rather than continuing to dig down, designate, remove designation. Wow, we barely hit this layer. Rather than continue to dig down, what I'm going to do is set up... I'm going to go up a few more floors, so right around here. This is where we're going to set up our primary base. So just above the cavern level and where the magma is. Magma mug with rings of blue jade and spikes of cat fur. It menaces with spikes of cat fur. So I'll set up another another zoom area over here. We'll call this one, I don't know, F3. And zoom to there. Okay, so F1 surface. I'll probably set F2 to our farming area. And yeah, what I'm going to do, I guess, if I go and dig out... Maybe not here, actually. If I dig out a huge area... here... then presumably some of the plants and tree spores and stuff from downstairs will end up causing things to grow over here, and maybe we can set up a grazing area. Let me verify that these farms are set up. Do I actually have to... Oh, I have to turn on the plump helmets. It doesn't assume. Shift-Enter, all seasons. There we go. We do have sweet pods, that's true. So I guess over here I will sweet pod, although I don't think you can grow sweet pods in every season. Oh, and actually, I want pigtails. Pigtails, in every season that can grow pigtails, do that. So in spring, it's going to be sweet pods. In summer and autumn, we get pigtails. And in winter, I'm going to set you to dimple cups. So when we get dimple cup seeds, you can grow that. I think dimple cups let you do dyes, right? But yeah, we've got the plump helmets set up on the other farm. And one farm is going to be more than enough to get things started. This game's hard to understand. It really is like the Matrix, though. At some point, you know, you stop seeing the code, and it's just, you know, dwarf, elf, crazy-ass monster. Dimple cups are for dyes. Excellent. So we can dye our clothes. Okay, so let's give some think over here in terms of what this layout will be. So, again, what I'm going to do is this floor, the one I have hotkeyed, is going to be probably our production level. Okay? So this is going to be workshops and things like that. Although, no, maybe I want to do it the other way around, because I could have the workshops closer to the magma layer down below. So maybe this first one will be bedroom areas. Bedrooms, giant stockpile, workshop area, and then a couple of levels lower will be the cavern with the magma where we do the smelting. I like it. So we'll have to figure out, like, bedroom and probably dining area. I kind of like, you know, it's the whole living quarters, which makes a lot of sense. Workshops do not make noise. People always think that's a thing. It doesn't. Building the workshop makes noise, but once it's done, it's going to be okay. Don't forget about setting an elf trap. Yeah, I turned off aquifers. I didn't have that fun to work around. So, what I'm going to do is do something like that. And then we'll get like a nice wide, 3-tile wide hallway. Going that way. Whoops. I didn't realize it was still in designation mode. And like that. And then going north, I think what we'll do is we'll build the dining hall here. Try to give it a slightly more interesting look, as usual. We should leave some pillars in here, too. So this isn't going to be huge, but it should be more than enough. Alright, leave a pillar in there. And then you can have all sorts of tables and chairs all over the place. Or we could go with 4 pillars instead. Maybe... No, you know what? They need to be spaced out a little bit more. Then you don't have enough for, like, the double table setup, which I guess might be okay. Make a face. Well, that's one of the things, like, we could just, like, write things. The manufacturing layer could just spell out, like, Quill 18 or something like that. I know you don't need to leave pillars. They look cool, especially when smooth. That's the only reason. I'm not putting the pillars in here because they're necessary. I'm putting them in because they look cool. But I don't think this is going to leave the right kind of room for tables and shit. So I think I'll just put a pillar in the middle. Because that'll be perfect, because we can have double tables, double chairs. So that's what we're going to do. Those pillars were centered, weren't they? I'm pretty sure, but I think we'll just do this. What I could do... I think this will look quite good, all smoothed up, actually. There you go, a plus-shaped pillar in the end. Yeah, I like it. So... and living quarters. Okay, so question. This is always a very contentious issue. How big should our dwarven bedrooms be? Because some people are like, well, I mean, we're goddamn dwarves, not elves. Our bedrooms should be like the minimum, which is like, you do this sort of thing. So you have room for, you go door, chest, cabinet, bed. Some people say, no, that's inhumane. And then you go with like these sort of these things. Yeah, see, matchsticks. 2x2, 2x3, 1x1, 1x3 cells, 5x5. No, I don't think so. 1x4. I love how there's like zero agreement all the time. I think I'm gonna do the 2x3. This one here. I like it. This isn't Prison Architect. Do it humane. The normal ones. Yeah, I mean, the matchsticks... This is going to be fine. It's a little bit more work, but it'll look a little bit better. So it's going to be okay. So, let's see if I can remember this. Control-R, start recording a macro. This is built into Dwarf Fortress. Go there. 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 Cancel the macro. Play, 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 play. I guess I only need 7 bedrooms to get started. That looks like 7. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cancel that. And cancel that so we don't do unnecessary things quite yet. Yeah. Alright. Go down. So this is going to be our stockpile lair. So I'm a big fan of just doing giant mega stockpiles that store literally everything. And it actually saves a lot of time and effort. So that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to go here. This will take a long time to dig out, but that's okay. And then we're going to have our sort of production area. So what I think I'm going to do is start again with sort of a nice big hallway over here. And we really want to be as close to the stairs as possible for the workshops going up and down. And actually, one of the things that will also be handy will be to provide additional stairs up and down to the workshop, or to the stockpile, which will matter more when it gets bigger, because right now we were not going to be too far from the center. So that's going to be okay. And what we just have to figure out is how we actually want to position our little workspaces. Because one of the problems is a lot of the workshops end up sort of blocking doorways and things, which isn't ideal. So, because they only take up 3x3 area, but it's good to have extra gaps around to allow things. So, I mean, do we end up with, like, a room that's big enough for, like, 9x9 workshops, or... You know what? Maybe we could do things like this. Right, and then we could have the hallway come around from behind like that to connect up. So we get these sort of blocks of 6 workshops. We'll have to be a little attentive because some of them might have like 3 block tiles on one side and we'll have to place them correctly. But we could have like an array of things like this. Just make 5x5 spaces and put the workshops in the middle. With relevant stockpile around. Oh, I like that. You know what? We've never done that. Plus, it'll feel nice and roomy. I love it.